Good morning and welcome to News 9. I'm Nolan Pinto. Now, how safe are PG accommodations in the city? Is Bengaluru safe for women? And do women in Bengaluru feel safe? Is the big question. Now, all these questions are back to haunt the city yet again after a rape case came to light in Electronic City. A 25-year-old woman working as a software engineer with a prominent private IT firm in the city was allegedly raped by a stranger in her paying guest accommodation late Friday night. In fact, the woman IT professional from Jharkhand was allegedly raped in Electronic City police station limits. Now, the incident happened on the intervening night of Thursday and Friday. In fact, Additional Commissioner of Police Law and Order Kaman Pant stated, and to quote him, "Yes, we have received a complaint. A Jharkhand IT employee was raped at her PG or paying guest accommodation on the intervening night between Thursday and Friday at about 3 a.m. unquote. He said the suspect might be someone who had kept a close watch on the PG accommodation as he had gained entry into the room after her roommate had gone for work. First, he was said to have demanded some money and later he committed the crime. As of now, a case has been registered and investigations are currently on. But the big question is, how safe are PG accommodations in the city? Because those who run PG accommodations always state that they have a security guard in place, the doors are always locked, the gates are always locked, so it's pretty safe for women, especially all women PG accommodations. But in spite of all that, in this particular PG accommodation, the man or the stranger gained entrance. You can see that there are grill bars over there. That means the question is, how did he gain entrance in the first place and commit this heinous crime? In fact, to discuss more about this, I'm joined in by my colleague Harish from the newsroom. Harish, first of all, tell us what really happened over here. What information are we getting from the police?
Well, the information coming in right now is that as several reports have stated, this girl is from Jharkhand. She was working in one of the private IT firms in Electronic City itself, and she was staying at a PG, Lakshmi PG accommodation in Dottatogur. That's very close to Electronic City itself. We are told that she has been working and staying at this PG for the past 2 months, and this happened on Friday night, intervening period between Friday night and Saturday morning. It is said it was somewhere early on Saturday morning that this incident happened, and it was only later that the girl decided to file a complaint after talking to her parents in Jharkhand. What we understand is that this particular victim shared the room with another girl, and the other girl was working in a different shift, and she left the PG, say around 3 o'clock. That's when we are learning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and she left the key at the window itself. And this man who is sexually assaulted her looks like was observing or stalking these PG members for the past few days, and it looks very possible that he had known that this girl who was leaving the PG every day around 3 in the morning was leaving the key at the window. The police believe he has used this key, he has gone into the room, and the girl claims that he spoke in a language that she did not understand, and he has brandished a knife and then he has raped her. He has also taken around 1,000 rupees that this girl had, and he has threatened her and left from this place. The police have arrested a few local miscreants and they are trying to interrogate, because police believe that it has to be someone who is from the area, who was stalking this particular girl or other girls in the PG for a long time, and after that only has he carried out this act, Nolan.
Now, Harish, now this is the big question that everyone wants to know. How safe are PG accommodations in the city? Because sometime in January 2013, another incident similar to this took place, and there the police had actually wanted PG accommodation owners to install CCTVs and also have security guards.
Well, Nolan, there are several PGs that have mushrooms, especially in areas like Koramangala, Electronic City, where you see a lot of migrant population, a lot of people who have come from outside the state, outside the city, who are working in these private firms and stay at PGs, sharing rooms with others, but there is absolutely no mechanism to ensure security for these PGs because one, there is no database of these PGs with the government. There's absolutely no permission or no mechanism to control these PGs. Although police went ahead and suggested a few measures, like as you rightly pointed out, put up CCTV cameras and security, but looks like that wasn't taken seriously because in this case we learned there was no CCTV footage or any security guard. Imagine someone walking into a ladies PG around 3 in the morning without being spotted by anyone or without any security guard checking them and managing to open the door as well. So there are serious concerns, as you rightly pointed out, on how to make sure that these PGs which are mushrooming everywhere across the city are safer, Nolan.
Right, and Harish, do we have any update on the condition of this particular girl?
Well, the police haven't revealed much about the girl or her background or her condition. We understand she was taken to St. John's Hospital for a medical examination, and she has also suffered injury as well. Remember, there was a scuffle between the girl and this assaulter. This person was assaulted. He also brandished a knife. So we are told that she suffered from an injury, but what we are learning now is that she's out of danger. Nothing to worry as such. No major life-threatening injury, but she's completely devastated, Nolan.
Right, Harish, I'm going to place you on hold there for a moment. Now, a woman IT professional from Jharkhand was allegedly raped in Electronic City police station limits in the city. The incident happened on the intervening night of Thursday and Friday. In fact, Additional Commissioner of Police Law and Order Kamal Pant had stated, and to quote him, "Yes, we have received a complaint. A Jharkhand IT employee was raped at her paying guest accommodation on the intervening night between Thursday and Friday at about 3 a.m. unquote. Now, he said the suspect might be someone who had kept a close watch on the PG accommodation as he had gained entry into the room after her roommate had gone for work. First, he was said to have demanded some money and later committed the crime." This is what the Additional Commissioner of Police Law and Order has stated. As of now, a case has been registered and investigations are currently on. However, what our sources in the police tell us is that the police have still made no headway in trying to arrest this particular culprit. Right, now Harish, coming back to you, do we know what the police are saying regarding this particular culprit? Because Kamal Pant had clearly stated that the suspect might be someone who had kept a close watch on the PG, and that's how he gained entry into her room.
Yes, that's what the police are suspecting. We understand few people have been detained as well. What the police believe is that this person or this particular person was assaulted might have stalked this girl and others in the PG for a good number of days, and only after learning that there are two people in this room and one of this girl leaves the PG around 3 in the morning. She leaves the key at the window, and he has noticed all this, and after that he has entered the PG. Also, the owners of this PG have told the police that they were awake because one of their family member was sick. So they were awake all night and they did not notice anyone walking into the PG. This is on the first floor. The owners stay on the ground floor. They claim they did not notice anyone getting into the PG and going onto the first floor, and no screams or anything as such. That's the statement of the owners. Also, they did not have a CCTV camera and security as well. So clearly several facts are missing in this case. It will be now the police are pinning their hopes on a sketch that they are trying to make with the details given by the victim, to make sure that they can pass it across or send it across to various police stations in the area to try and see if there are any miscreants or habitual offenders who have already been noted in these stations, and get more information from them, Noran.
Now, Harish, considering what you stated, that the people were awake, the owners were awake the entire night, and this happened on the first floor, could it also be a case of someone known to the victim?
Well, it will be too early now to go into speculation or what might have happened with the very limited detail that has been revealed by the police, but the police are exploring all possible angles, Nolan.
Right, Harish, I'm going to place you on hold there for a moment. In fact, if you have just tuned in, a woman IT professional from Jharkhand was allegedly raped in Electronic City police station limits in the city. The incident happened on the intervening night of Thursday and Friday. In fact, Additional Commissioner of Police Kamal Pant stated that a Jharkhand IT employee was raped at her PG accommodation, and this happened at around 3 in the morning. He also said that the suspect might be someone who had kept a close watch on the PG accommodation, as he had gained entry into the room after her roommate had gone for work. In fact, Harish, coming back to you, now since this happened on the first floor, and that particular individual, the suspect, kept a watch on the movements of these girls for a long time. Now, another mistake made by many people is that they keep their keys, the door keys, sometimes on top of the sajja, under the mat. Now, these are very common mistakes made on a regular basis.
Yes, we see such arrangements everywhere, whether it's a PG or a house or anywhere else in a residential locality, where some person of the family will be going out and some other person will be coming on later in the day. So you see this common practice of people hiding the key under the mat, leaving it near the pot, leaving it near the window. So these are practices that people should restrain from, as in this case it's now becoming clear that looks like this particular suspect had kept a watch on the movements of these girls, and after learning that the key was being left at the window every night, looks like he has tried to take advantage of that, and that is what the police believe, and that's the reason they have arrested few localites from this area, detained few localites from this area, because they believe it's someone who's from the locality and who's kept a watch for a very long time, Nolan.
Right, Harish, thank you very much for all those details. In fact, as of now, 3 days have passed. It's the third day actually, and the police have still made no headway in arresting or trying to figure out who the suspect is. Well, in fact, we now have there is Pramila Nesargi, who is a women's rights activist and also a very prominent advocate in the city of Bengaluru. Ms. Nesargi, a shocking incident has come to light. What do you have to say about this?